After this, we recognized the problem that the youth were facing because we came from the same system. I'll use this example because it was kind of viral yesterday about Shobha Day's tweet about Olympics. Ki Rio jao, selfie leke aao, something like that, which was not in a good taste. And a lot of people retweeted. Someone really said really bad things to her. But what we are actually seeing is that a lot of people are trying to just blame the system or blame the individual, but no one is really focused on the individual. Why is it that people are not really into practicing for 10, 20 years like the Japanese or the Chinese or the American do in India? Because perhaps the system has not empowered them or asked them even once, what is it that they love doing? So we recognized this, and then we did some research, found out that 47% of the people in India who graduate are unemployable. And I'm sure this room is smart enough to know what is the difference between unemployable and unemployment. Unemployment is a scenario, just to clarify, when there are no jobs and you are capable of doing a job. And unemployability is when you can't be employed even though you have a degree, let's say, whether it's engineering or MBA. And that's a huge problem because we have a huge youth population. So we recognized these two things and we said, let's do something about it. And we started getting two kinds of people together. Young people on one side who really wanted to follow their passion, and mentors on the other side. And I'm glad that Karma Circles has started. We have connected recently. And back in the days, 3-4 years back, there was no one talking about mentorship, community building, and those kind of programs. So we said that let's do something about it. So we created Young India Challenge, which selects people from the whole country and gets them at one place, 100 to 200 of them, and connects them to mentors who have kind of gone through all the struggles and still managed to do what they love, have managed to represent India, or have managed to write a book, or managed to start an organization. So we started doing all of those things because we said action speaks louder than words. You can't just see inspiring Facebook posts or a Steve Jobs quote and just think that my life will be sorted. It doesn't really work like that. So we said you need to act. So we give challenges to people. We do what you love hangouts across colleges where we speak very frequently. And this is how the journey has started. We call it the Do What You Love movement. And we have today some of the Human Circle team members who are sitting here because one person is not alone. And let me ask you this question. How many of you are brave enough to answer? How many of you do what you love? If you ask yourself today. So when I ask this question, I go to colleges almost every week. I was in Bombay last week, I asked the same question. Almost no one raises their hands in colleges. And that's where this country is heading. It's not just about the fact that, I don't like what I study, or I don't like my teacher, or I don't like the education system. The fact is that people haven't even asked themselves this question. Maybe they have not been encouraged to ask this question, or maybe there are some other reason, but no one is doing this conversation with young people. And it's very disappointing that when there is a room of people like us, I think it's a moral responsibility today to go out there and try to influence every young person to do what they love, because it will be really selfish of me to just do what I love while I see my community members, whether it's my family or it's some other people or it's my classmates, and they're not doing it.